p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bolly 92.3 FM.
Getting you in sync with Bay Area real estate. Hello and welcome to Real Estate Roundup, brought to you by Realtor Nagraj Anaya, the founder of nagrajhomes.com, your one-stop shop for all things real estate. So have you been contemplating buying, selling, or investing in a home? Or you just did one of those significant events and you want to share your experience of what you aced and what you should or could have done in hindsight? Well, we'd love to know. I'm Vijayalakshmi, cordially inviting you to join us as I get talking to Nagraj with your questions, clarifications, and observations on home ownership. He's the only realtor in the Bay Area who strives to educate you on every aspect of real estate so that you go in totally enriched and successful at what you're doing. And we are coming to you live on Bolly 92.3 FM. Studio lines are now open, ready, willing, and able to take your call. So call us right now. It's 408 912 5038. That number 408 912 5038. And with that, let me welcome Nagraj. Hello and happy Sunday, Nagraj.
Hello, Vijayalakshmi, and hello, Bay Area. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great day out there. Sun is out from yesterday.
Yes,
Right? It's a good weather out there.
beautiful weather, what the Bay Area is known for. So
Yeah. So
was the
you
week that went by as beautiful and shining and bright?
it was wonderful week, Vijayalakshmi, and let me give you the description of one of the house which went into a pending.
Yeah.
Unlock the untapped potential of 2036 Vallori Street in
Uh,
Fremont.
uh-huh.
This fixer upper, I'm just going to the next line. I'm not reading out everything. The
Yeah.
most important part I'm reading out. Fixer upper beckons a visionary contractors and investors
Hmm.
ready to seize a golden opportunity. Okay.
Hmm.
The schools are like Mission San Jose High School, Mission Valley Elementary School,
Hmm.
listed for 1.3 million. 1,376 square footage, 3 bath, 2 bath, 5,640 square footage lot. Okay, the question to the listeners out there, how much high it would have gone? It would have gone for 1.77 million, or it has gone to a 1.8, or it has gone to a 1.5 million. Listeners, if you are one of them who wants to buy a house, want to sell a house, and you think what might price this might have sold, it's a
Hmm.
it's in a Fremont Mission San Jose High School, Mission Valley Elementary School,
Ah.
listed for 1.3 million, 3 bed, 2 bath. How much do you think it might have sold?
Hmm.
You
So
can give us
that's
a
your
call.
question.
You
Listed
can
at
give us a
1.3.
yeah.
But
I'll give more information about that property, Vijay Lakshmi, as we talk more. How is
yeah,
the market all about? How is
right.
the AI influencing the market all about? Right?
Yes, yes.
We can talk about it. Listeners, you can give us a call. Our studio line number.
408 912 5038 is the number for you to call in. 408 912 5038 with a guess on what you think that house went for that Nagraj was talking about, and with any other questions that are on your mind with regard to the crazy real estate that market that is the Bay Area. And if you need any kind of advice or thoughts, or you want to sort of talk through something, Nagraj is there to help you always. 408 912 5038, or you should also visit nagrajhomes.com as well. And yes, Nagraj, you were
There
saying?
are a couple of more homes in the Fremont that I just want to share the experience, right? Like it
Mm-hmm.
was like this. This show is all about sharing the real estate experience,
Yes.
and Fridays also is all about educating. See, our show is on Fridays, 6:30 p.m. to 6:55, and Sundays is 12:30 to 12:55. Our show is all about educating and enriching in a different aspects of the careers, not only different aspects even on the real estate. So that way I feel real estate and other stuffs in your life goes hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
If you
Very well
don't
put.
know both of them, it's very difficult, right?
Yeah.
That's where I want to bring on Fridays more about bringing a different segments, right? Different experts in out there so that they can educate you also. But let me share you a couple of houses also, right, which went into your pending. One
Yeah.
house was listed for 919k, 990k, right, less than 10,000 from a 1 million.
Mm.
This was an close to 990 square footage also,
Mm.
3 bed, 2 bath, close to 6,000 square footage home. This home got a 10, basically 10 offers and more than 40 disclosures downloaded. It's a
Mm-hmm.
Kennedy High School area, okay? But finally sold for a 1.22 million, 220K more.
Oh, wow.
Recent comparables was close to what, 1.12. So this is 80K more than the last sold home.
Whoa. That's incredible. Yeah.
Okay, it's just a 990 square footage. But now
Yeah.
the issue comes down to is if the houses are getting sold so higher, if the
Yes.
appraisal, see, one of my client also we put into an offer, we were like going in for 1.2 and everything, but
Yeah.
we already know it appraisal doesn't come in. As a home buyer, if you're doing in a 20% down, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the
Mm-hmm.
appraisal is short, what do you do in this case?
Hmm. Correct. Yeah.
So that is a challenge always in the Bay Area real estate market, right? So appraisal doesn't come in. So if you have just a 20% down, one thing what you can do is you need to check with your lenders that you can do even with a 10% or a 15% down.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
remaining 5% you can use as a difference for the appraisal which has not come down.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that is where you need to play around because if you're not daring enough in the Bay Area real estate market, you can't get into because you are competing with other high qualified engineers out there
Yeah.
or a high qualified income in there.
Correct. So, but the question also comes like you're talking about these houses, and the listing price is so much, and then they're
See, one thing is always don't compare to the list price, right? Like,
mm-hmm,
see,
mm-hmm.
compare to the last sold home price. Okay.
Okay.
The realtors might have listed less to get a
Yeah.
more bids. A lot of
Mm.
today also I was in the 95124 zip code. One house was listed for 990K. Okay.
Mm.
I got a lot of calls and messages saying that Nagraj, this house is for 1 million. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? Right?
Mm.
I tell them, dude, it's a wrong thing. Like they are putting in it a less so that a lot of people can come in here, right?
Ah.
As soon as you see a
It's
lot
like
of
a
people, yeah,
baiting
it's a
people.
bait, right? Like a lot of people comes in here and as soon as they see, oh, it is like let's try for 1.3
Yeah.
thing, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what happens in.
Yes. Yes.
So that was the one of the house where it sold for it more than a 220K. And the
Uh-huh.
second house is like I think I talked about even the appraisal doesn't come in. So in
Yes.
this case, the appraisal doesn't come in. You are going with a zero contingencies. Zero contingencies. The only way is like you need to figure out where the difference money comes in. For example, if
Mm.
it's a 1.1, if the appraisal comes out at 1.12 and 80,000 is a difference, so you need to be doing it 20% or a 10% of a 1.12,
Oh.
correct? And then the 80,000 more
Mm.
or
Mm-hmm.
and depending on what offer price you put in, right? Like for example, you put a 1.22, if the appraisal comes out as a 1.12, so that's the difference is 100K. So you
Right.
need to be doing a 20% down of 1.12 or
Okay.
10% depending on a lender to lender, right? Some
Right.
lenders say I'm flexible in with a 10% down also.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you can do a 10% of it and then do the 100K. But since you're doing a 10% down, you need to be paying in a PMI now.
Oh.
Interest or a
Uh-huh.
interest only. Listeners, if you are one of the home buyer and
Yeah.
you had been into this where it's like multiple offers and you don't know where to get started, and
Yes.
you are in the basically like you want you are in one of them like in a 1.3 million range or a
Yeah.
1.2 million range and you don't know where to get started, or you are one of the home buyer who put an offer and offer didn't get accepted. How do you handle all this, right? You can
Mm.
give us a call. I'm always happy to help you out. Our studio line numbers are 40.
408-912-5038. 408-912-5038. Have you been in one of these open houses and seen homes and then had to overbid and still then didn't get the house? Or, you were just wondering which way to really go, need some direction? Well, Nagraj is there to help you. He's an expert in all the areas of the Bay Area, bringing a wealth of information, of knowledge on the local communities and on the current market conditions. And really, he can handhold you through it all, because you need someone who knows this area inside out. And, he can work with you to find that right home at the right price, and also considering all of the neighborhoods that you are looking at that suit your, not only your budget, but also your list of items that you need when you look for a home. So give us a call, and of course check out nagrajhomes.com for anything that you need in every aspect of real estate. Nagaraj homes.com. And of course we are live right now, happy to take calls to really work with you on any aspect of real estate that you are looking at. So give us a call, 408-912-5038. And Nagraj, like you mentioned, I also want to tell people that the other show that you do comes in on Fridays at 6:30 p.m.
Correct.
And it is where you're talking to different stakeholders in the real estate arena, whether it's to do with immigration, mortgage, remodeling, contractors, different people that you bring
Correct.
on the platform and talk to, right? So to give
Yeah.
an aspect.
And the
Mhm.
question on the floor is one of the
Yeah,
Mission Valley schools
yeah.
house was listed for 1.3 million, 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,376 square footage. How much do you think the house might have sold? It's a
Mm-hmm.
fixer upper home. Did it sell for 1.5? Did it sell for 1.7? Or did
Yeah.
it sell for 1.8?
Uh-huh.
If you have anything to guess, you can give us a call.
Yes.
We do have a gift, but the gift depends on the answer. You can give us a call. So our
Yeah,
studio line numbers are 408-912-5038. And coming down to the third house I was talking about, right?
yeah,
Actually, this house was also in a Fremont. Okay.
yeah.
This is like in a single floor, it's a Hardenwood area. Okay. This house was listed for close to 1.2 million. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and 1.3 million is what the offer got accepted. Okay, it's a smaller, lower ceiling house and everything. But after the offer gets accepted, right, a lot of buyers gets panicked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what do we do in the case if your offer gets accepted,
Huh.
but you're panicked, what to do next? Right?
Oh,
Because you might be thinking, I might have overpaid. Okay.
yeah,
And the second thing is that house really is what you wanted?
correct. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're in this one of the scenarios. What you do in this case?
Yeah, like a
Because
buyer's
yeah,
remorse people
it's a
have.
bias because you're not performed still. So
Yeah,
it is
but
not a
it's still
remorse,
like
also it's a buyer
anticipating.
panic, I can tell you. It's a
Mm,
buyer's panic, because you that might be not a perfect house for you. But
yeah,
the thing you might be worrying is if you let go, what you do next.
yes,
Every time
correct.
in the Bay Area real estate market, it is like you let go, you need to be paying a higher price later, right? That is the one of that stuff for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a home buyer, I would suggest if you're in that scenario, give yourself some good thinking. Like basically, give some. Don't go consult your neighbors or your friends because their situations are
A
different
different.
for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they might be maybe doing in a wealthy people or they might be doing a lot of down payment, they might
Yeah.
be looking at different thing. In your case, your perspective, the price range what you are looking in, if you are looking basically you're concerned only about the school areas or like
Mm,
basically concerned about the neighborhood areas, right? Then basically for you it might be maybe it makes sense for you, right? Like
mm-hmm.
so instead of getting panicked, look at the disclosures once again. Go if possible before putting in a deposit, go check out the house once again.
Okay. Mm,
Okay, literally with an if you're in a contract means you are liable to put an EMD right now in the next day.
yeah.
If you don't perform the EMD, again it
What
depends.
is the EMD for
It's
folks who?
earnest money deposit. In the
Okay.
earnest money deposit, you would have mentioned in the contract how much you put in. Okay. Minimum is a 3%. Again, depends on a lot of other aspects what you put in,
Mm,
right? Like sometimes to convince a seller, you might have put an earnest money deposit higher also. Okay.
yeah.
So you need to, depending on the contract, sometimes in the contract, a lot of in the Bay Area market, we go with a 24 hours EMD.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you need to be putting a 24 hours within a 24 hours perform to put an EMD.
Yeah.
But after the EMD, like after your offer gets accepted, you are too late in the game to think
Mm,
about it. Okay, because now it's a seller's thing, because seller can come after you because if you don't perform. Some sellers are okay to let go.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So that is why before putting even in an offer, I would suggest to go check the house couple of days
Okay.
in the weekend.
Uh-huh. But the
Because
houses go so fast that there's no.
it goes so fast. I would suggest go check out on Saturday. For example, go start on Saturday itself in the open houses, right? If
Yeah.
you like it, go second time also. Before putting an offer, take your realtor, check it on the weekday also once.
Okay. Uh-huh. So, but tell me one thing. So, anyway, but before we go ahead, let me tell folks you're listening to Real Estate Roundup, where we talk about the week that was in real estate and what you need to know if you are venturing in on the market. And of course, the number to call in into the studios 408-912-5038 for any aspect of real estate that you'd like to talk about, whether it's your experience, your observation, or you have a question or clarification for our subject matter in the house. That's real estate realtor Nagraj Anaya, the founder of nagrajhomes.com. So keep those questions coming in the time that we have. So Nagraj, my question was like, how much do you overbid on a house? I mean, how do you decide that?
That's a great thing, right? Like, see, always don't go based on the list price. Okay. Go based on the last sold in that neighborhood.
Mm,
Okay. For the square footage. That is where your starting price.
that is the
And
starting
the
point.
second thing
Okay.
is how much you like that house.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the first, our question in the floor was this Mission Valley schools, right? Like 1,376 square footage, 3 bed,
Yeah.
2 bath, right?
Yeah.
Let me explain you how much it went in, right? Like this house got a 140 disclosures downloaded. Okay.
Whoa.
Disclosures means the people who are interested download and check the house thing, right? Like how is the property inspection, check the what are the seller questionnaires and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the link provided by the seller, seller agent. We look at it, totally 140 disclosures was downloaded.
Wow. Okay. So 140 was showing interest in that house.
Interested, correct?
Mm-hmm.
At the totally 40 offers came in,
Hmm.
40 offers came in.
Came in. Yeah.
Okay. So in that, we put an offer for a 1.7 million.
Okay.
So
Huh.
number of buyers who are like more than 1.7 million were totally fine now,
Hmm.
above
Hmm.
1.7 million.
7 million. Okay.
So
Yeah.
now the seller got decided, let's remove 35.
Huh.
Let's talk to only 5 buyers who are interested.
Okay.
Okay. The
Huh.
seller gives an a counter saying that let's see who gives the highest offer again.
Oh, okay.
It's called a counter offer.
Huh.
Okay, it's a multiple counter offer. Means they
Yeah.
give it to only well qualified buyers now. So the 35 people are out in the game now.
Hmm.
So only left is five
5.
for the fixer
Mm-hmm.
upper home.
Hmm.
Okay, in that five, some of them respond with a 1.75, some of them respond with a 1.73.
Huh.
Seller is not happy still.
Huh.
Seller
Okay.
gives one more multiple counter offer.
Huh.
You can give. It's like kind of
You can keep giving, is it? Or
basically
is there a
until
limit?
what he deserves. The seller says, I narrowed down to a three more. Tell me what you're interested in.
Huh.
We gave it into a 1.77 because we know that in that neighborhood, the last comparable was 1.77, but he had listed for a 1.3
1.3.
million.
Oh. Huh.
This answers your like question, how much more we go in. It
Okay.
depends on the neighborhood. It depends on what is sold and
Yeah.
how is that basically in that neighborhood homes are getting sold. You
Right.
need to look at it last 1 month, 2 month, last 1 year data also sometimes.
Yeah. So if the last home was sold for 1.7, um, or
7,
77.
yeah. So we gave a count because this house is a fixer upper, right? Like
Hmm.
since it was a fixer upper, we can't start with a 1.77 because as our to fix up the house, we need another 100K more.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Minimum is 100K more.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So that is why we start with 1.7. If some sellers are there, this seller gave us a chance to rewrite our offer. But
Mm,
some sellers are that they just go pick up the top, highest, best offer.
mm, mm.
Okay. This counter offers was going on for 2 days.
Okay.
Finally, the seller got convinced our offer is better offer. They picked up for 1.77.
Mm.
But as soon as the 1.77 got accepted, the other agent calls in and says, I'm okay to give it for 1.8.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
It's never ending in the Bay Area real estate. Okay. It's like basically how much you like. For you, if you like some avocado, for one person, it can be $1, other person can be a $10.
Yeah, that's right. Ah,
And it again depends on how much you are okay to give more for that.
hmm.
So seller didn't become greedy. Finally, okay, he said, I'm okay with 1.77 and he performed on it. Yeah, our offer
Okay.
got accepted on it.
Ah.
So it's finally realtors play a very, very important. A lot of people question why is realtor
Yes. Do I
really
need a
needed?
realtor? Can I do this on my own? That's
Okay,
what they
should I
think.
work with the discounted brokers?
Mm.
If the realtors doesn't perform on top of this game and they don't
Yes.
follow up on the other realtors,
Yeah.
and if you don't have a, when you're talking to the realtors also, right, it matters, correct? How do you, because one realtor is representing for the buyers out there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it really depends on that realtor also, how frequently he's closing the deal there, how
Right.
well he knows the other realtors out there, how well he knows the neighborhood out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So leave it to the subject matter expert. You can't
You don't go
ease
based on
this.
the discounted brokers out there. Go based on is he able to perform for you and like basically can get your offer gets accepted for you.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, listeners, you are one of the buyers out there and you're one of the seller out there. And if you have any questions and if you want to share your story, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-5038. And if you're a shy, I already had called, I don't want to call you guys. Don't worry about that. You can give us a call any number of times and you can share your experience also.
Yes.
This show is all about, the reason I do a two shows on Fridays and Sundays is to educate so that whenever you are ready, correct, so that you can make a right decision.
Mm-hmm.
Our show is all about sharing the stories and giving a right data sets, so that way you can, the data sets or a data pointers makes it very easy when you are in looking for an houses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
so you want to you want to go in totally like Nagraj says, informed, educated, and confident that you can really you're getting the best value for the house that you're looking at, whether it's buying a house or whether it's selling a house as well. So again, if you've been in the market before, we have a few minutes left. Give us a call 408-912-5038. And if you'd like to reach Nagraj offline as well, Nagraj Homes is where you want to go, Nagaraj homes.com. And of course, there's a WhatsApp link right there on the website as well. They can get in touch with you. And Nagraj is very savvy on social media as well. So if you haven't yet liked, shared, and subscribed to his channel, Nagraj Anaya, then you're missing a lot because all through the week he's putting up a lot of videos on the state of real estate in the Bay Area. Yes, Nagraj.
let me talk about the one open house in a Gilroy today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have a one listing in a Gilroy right now, 3 bed, 2 bath. Okay, I'll give you the address meanwhile, and the that is a 6,000 square footage lot. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if you're looking for a, if you can come to a Eagle Reach community. Okay, I'll share you the address also meanwhile. And the second one is like one more Gilroy listing coming in a Eagle Ridge. Okay, so if you are looking for a luxury living home in a Gilroy, this is the place for you. Okay, you can check
Mm-hmm.
out the address in my nagrajhomes.com. And if you're looking for a Fremont home, 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,000 square footage. I have an off-market listing, and you can reach out to me also. It's in a Kennedy High School areas. Okay, it's close to a 1.42 million around. We have one caller. Let's take it,
Yes,
Vijayalakshmi.
hello and welcome to Real Estate. You have a question for Nagraj. Your name, please.
Yes, I have a question for Nagraj.
Yes,
Yeah,
if you
hi,
could
welcome
make
to the
it
show.
quick, we are almost out of time. But yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, hi. So I have a question. In a seller's market, when there's not much options for the buyers, how does the realtor truly add value?
Yeah, that's
It's
a very
all
good
about who bids most and they get the house.
See,
So how do
that's
you justify the realtor's value there?
see to how much to bid also, right? Or how much to offer for that house, right? Or even your offer getting accepted there. For sometimes I tell you, it's not only the bidding value, it comes down. How do you put in an offer? As I told you earlier, my offer was 1.77, but it was not a 1.8. How do you put in an offer? Like, for example, in that in this, how much down payment you can put in, and how much contingencies we put in. So all that matters. I think we are running out
We're
of a time,
almost
but
out of, yeah.
you can give me a call after this show. You can reach out to me on my other number 858-880-4577, and we can talk in detail about this.
Or just go on to nagrajhomes.com and you'll
Right.
have his number through the WhatsApp right there.
So thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for calling in, and we can
Thank
talk to you in a detail. And today the open house is in 1961 St. Andrews Circle, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. If you want a luxury living home, do reach out to me on the open house. Thank you so much, all the listeners out there.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
see
you,
you
folks. We'll see you next week, 12:30 p.m. Until then, this
on
is Vijayalakshmi and
Fridays.
Nagraj,
I'll see you on Fridays,
6:30
6:30
p.m.
to 6:55. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Have a
joining
wonderful day.
us. Namaskar.
Namaskar.